The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
TV in Eastern Massachusetts, and I have two special guests with me today. I have Brendan,
hello,
and Deren.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I'm excited about having you guys on and stuff like that too. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on.
Thank you.
And when I don't know if anyone's ever been to a meeting before. I know you've come to me one other time. Have you ever gone to a meeting before? Okay, so I don't have to explain how I work and all that stuff. So I'm going to get going with you guys, and whoever understands the person that's coming through, just let me know. But I do have a younger male that's coming in from the other side. That's in spirit. He has light brown hair, brown eyes, and a rounded face, and kind of a little heavy set. Not the guy that came in the other time. I don't know if anybody understands who it is so far.
Maybe
there's
there's a couple people it could be.
Okay, but he's heavy set, and he had heart issues.
Who had heart issues? I don't know.
And that's okay if you don't understand, but I'm going to see who else is around. I do have a nice lady though, a grandmother that's over there on the other side, and she's coming up, a little bit taller than me. Anybody who's above me is tall anyways. She, the shape of her, she had a nice figure to herself and things like that, and I feel like she had trouble breathing in the end.
I don't know how Grandma Josie passed, but that's who I'm thinking of. I don't know how she died though.
I'm thinking of a couple people.
Okay. Yeah. She had hair cut short to the head, and every curl had to be perfect. I don't know if you're understanding now who it is.
I think I still have a couple.
But she also has a baby with her. That somebody had lost a baby before they were born. So I don't know if you're understanding who it is now or not. But I'm going to just keep going with her. But she had breathing issues with her when she passed. And, I'm just going to ask her, that's why I'm going like that with the breathing. And if anybody at home can understand who it is, feel free to call the station later on to let Adam know. But so she said, I'm not cleaning the house anymore or doing any chores around the house. Do you understand who this is?
I'm thinking that might be Grandma Josie. I don't know why she would have a baby though.
Teacups, the old-fashioned teacups.
I think I know who it is.
Okay, and she's serving tea over there on the other side still. They have flowers on the side, on them.
Maybe, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I can move my hands again, and I'm feeling that they're not stiff anymore. So do you understand who this is?
I keep looking over, just checking in. The thing with her hands is making me think
me any information.
of someone.
That's why I had the graphic up.
Yeah.
She's having trouble, but she doesn't have trouble anymore, and things like that, of course, because she's all healed. She caught up with your grandfather over on the other side, a great-grandfather, which would be her dad. So I would just wanted to tell you that.
Okay.
And she's funny though. She's there cracking jokes and everything like that because she's got her old personality back, but she needed a lot of care before she passed away. If that's a help with that, you're understanding, Deren?
Yes,
Thank you. And she's serving pastries over there on the other side too. And she said, I don't have to worry about burning stuff anymore like I used to when I was here. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Do you know who it is?
I don't think I know this person, but I think I know who Deren thinks it is. Yeah.
And she's so funny about the cooking.
Tall.
Well, she's taller than her.
Yeah.
So
And I wasn't the greatest cook, so she'd have to worry about burning stuff in the oven. So I was going,
Oh no, the person I was thinking of is
Oh, he's
the
a good
greatest
cook.
cook.
Okay, I was gonna
Is
say.
the-
Because I never really
but
met
maybe
one.
that's the way she's interpreting it. But the other lady, because there's two of them,
Oh, okay.
the other little lady, she said, I'm serving pastries. I've got to get back to her. And my hands are not stiff anymore, and everything is all healed. She hated people taking care of her at the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah. We have a
Maybe,
lot of
yes,
stubborn
yes.
people in our family.
Yeah.
So
But she didn't like that. She liked her independence. And she also has somebody younger with her that's on the other side. He passed away when he was real young. And I don't know if anybody lost anybody young that's on the other side in spirit, but they get his early 30s that had passed away. He's with her on the other side. And I just got to, give that out there and throw that out to everybody at home.
Mhm.
But the man, he's funny. He has quite a sense of humor on him, and he won't stop cracking, making me laugh.
yeah,
You know who I'm talking about?
I think so. I have a couple people in mind.
Yeah, because he does have the curly hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's coming back in for more messages for you, and he's saying that to me. He had a lot of issues.
Yes.
He's saying that to me and things like that, and his health wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
You would understand that.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was breathing, because I have a suicide around one of you guys.
So there's two people. There's a
Okay.
person for both of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
That I
I
think.
do have a suicide. I've got to ask him to, keep
It's-
going with information with me.
Yeah.
But he said, I just couldn't take it anymore, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And things like that. And I see it with the curlier hair, with the, wild and everything like
Yeah.
that. So I'm going to get going too. I'm going to draw while I'm talking. I do have a young man that did commit suicide.
Okay.
He has light brown hair and brown eyes. Okay, he's responsible for his life. And he had his average height. And I'm feeling musically inclined with somebody that committed suicide on the other side. Do you understand who this is?
There's people that come to mind. There's someone.
Yeah, he was found. Nobody knew about it. Came unexpected with
Yeah.
him crossing over.
Mhm.
And he's saying, I was just misunderstood. And that would make some sense. Like I said, it's a lot to acknowledge and a lot to, breathe in. His hair was cut short to the head,
Mhm.
if you could understand that. But he was carefree and happy-go-lucky. And you
Yeah.
guys would understand that. And he's coming through. He said,
He's-
I'm all good now. I
Yeah.
just was like, he just was like, he's coming in like this because he was a little, just at the very end, before he passed away, there was health issues going on with him.
Yeah.
So that's why he's coming in like this with me. So he's all around you guys. And he's saying, they do miss me, and they do miss my friendship too. And that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
They will get heavy with me, but I'm going to keep going with him, okay?
Yep.
He's playing the music up loud, and he doesn't care, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how he was. And he's out driving, and you know what I'm saying, in his car, and he said, I got stopped a couple of times. And that would make a lot of sense, because he liked to was a little heavy with the foot, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I'm glad this is all making sense to you now. This is thanks to the other man that came through the other night,
Yeah.
that he's coming in, and I'm thanking him, and he's saying, yeah, I got stopped a couple of times, and there was a while there I couldn't drive. And also, I'm glad you're understanding
Yeah.
how but he's quite the hot ticket.
Yes.
And everybody was surprised when he took his life. You know what I'm saying? And that would make a lot of sense. But I see writing with somebody over there on the other side too. They were creative with writing.
Oh.
I got to give that anyways.
Yeah.
Creative with writing. I don't know if you understand.
The music.
But I
makes
have to give
sense.
that
The
away.
music made sense.
Music
Yeah.
makes sense for me.
Music, yeah, because music writing, they go hand in hand. And he's the one that was coming through with the getting in trouble with the tickets. I see the little bit of gambling.
Yes.
A lot of gambling, actually. And
Yeah.
I have to give that to you. He said, but I was lucky sometimes too. And that would make a lot of sense. There was a shady side to me. enough with the crap. I'm very colorful with the words.
Yes.
I was swore like a trooper, so he wanted me to say all this stuff, which I don't know if I can say on the air. But he's just being quite the hot ticket with everything. I know you guys miss him.
Yes.
And you miss having him around. Because he was somebody you could go to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he would really listen. He's over with an uncle, too, on the other side, too. They did have a heart attack, the passive heart attack.
Okay.
If that makes it, maybe your mom would understand. But I don't
she's
know.
shaking her head.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not certain.
But I just have to give that, maybe somebody he knew. But he's saying, he's just been, the other guy that's committed suicide, too,
Mm-hmm.
he's with him, too. They're together over there because they will do that. So you're going to have to like really listen when I do the reading. But he's playing the music up loud, like to go out and listen to the bands and all that good stuff. So I said, I'm going to tell them that. And I'm glad you're understanding who it is, which makes me feel good. He said, they don't make cars the way they used to make them or something. I have to give that to you anyways. This is the one that got in trouble with driving.
Yes.
That's coming, so it does make sense. And, but he's saying, the only good thing about, the one good thing is I'm at peace. He found peace within himself. He's saying too that he is driving to get over there on the other side. And that he said, I don't have to worry about getting tickets anymore and getting stopped. And I'm winning over here with the gamble. And that's what I call a clincher in a reading, so I appreciate that. But he's saying salute to you with the cocktails, so that, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but there's somebody over there that likes to drink.
Yes.
And stuff like that, big time drinker,
Yeah.
big time heavy drinker. I'm getting tall with his height, you know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not really too tall myself,
Yeah.
you know, and sometimes what they will do with me is I will feel them and I'll get the description of what they look like, their personalities will come into sometimes, but the tall man is like, I'm drinking and carrying on and raising Cain over here like I did when I was over here. You're understanding this? I don't know if you are. But friend and
I think I am,
okay.
yes.
The other young man is the man that committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
He said, sorry if I was found, because he was found and stuff like that, not in the most pleasant way.
Yeah.
And you would understand that too as well coming from him. But he just wanted to know, I am at peace. I am at peace now, and he said, I'm saying if there's a message from him, follow your dreams. And he said you too, Deren, to do that too, because you guys have good hearts and everything. But you guys are hoping that maybe you would hear from one of the guys that committed suicide, you know, and stuff like that. So he said, I'm here. There was something about a note or something with
A note?
somebody, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
That was found. So I had to give that because everything is on and all the process. So I'm thanking him for the cleanser. Thank you for the cleanser. But there was pressure going on too with his family and all that stuff that, you know, people didn't know, but a few like chosen circle of friends that did know it. You guys were one of them. So he's like saying, thank you for the friendship and thank you for being there. But I did leave a note and he wanted his wishes granted. If that's making sense,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit. I might have talked to somebody else about it, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll get personal. But I have to give that anyways because, like I said to you guys before we went on, it might not make sense now, but later on it will click.
Mhm.
You know, the other man that's with them that committed to someone else that was younger that had that committed suicide.
Okay.
I'm not getting him very clear because
Yeah.
he's kind of like overbearing with his energy.
Mhm.
I do have a woman that's around you guys. I feel like an aunt vibration with her. And sometimes the older ones like to come in looking younger because she was beautiful when she was young.
Mm.
You know, and I did have life around here. You know, at one time. She's all around you. She's coming in with the other man. And the other man, I just got to get more of a message for you before he goes off. He's saying sorry, but you guys are not responsible for him passing away. He took responsibility for his own actions, and you guys needed to hear that because especially you guys, wish there was something you could have done.
Yep.
But so he's saying it's not your fault. You're not responsible. So you needed to hear that, you know, and things like that. But the woman, because I see music around somebody's over there that was very musically inclined
Yeah.
with the piano. you know, and I see the older style piano,
Okay.
and she was very talented on it and could play everything with the music. And she's saying, "Do you know who it is?"
I don't
Okay,
actually
I don't know.
I'm not
If
sure.
Sue knows who it is,
She's
okay.
shaking
I'm
her
not
head
sure.
too. I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who played the piano.
I don't know.
Yeah, but think about it, because sometimes they did stuff when they were younger. But the
Yeah.
woman, I'm feeling that somebody had heart failure.
Okay.
That's over on the other side. Yes, if you understand, no, if you don't, because I don't want to stay with them if you don't understand.
No.
I
what's
don't
coming
think
through.
so, no.
Okay. There is a grandfather figure around.
Okay.
He's come through before.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing up a psalm and being like a trooper with the words. And I'm coming up straight because he's telling me to sit up straight. And if that would make sense.
Yeah.
It is like sitting over there on the other side with the other guy that was coming through, by the way. So you need to hear that from him. So, you know, just so you know, just move on, as he would say, you know, like when he was here too, he did say that, you know. And your grandfather's saying, I'm alert now, because in the very end, just before his passing, he wasn't as alert.
Yes.
You can understand that coming
Yes.
from him, that he's doing that. Although, what you see is what you get with your grandfather. And I'm feeling somebody had a heart attack. I have to give that to you. That's around you guys, that's in the family.
I really.
I might.
Oh.
You
There's someone
understand the
that
male
might.
figure that's
Yes.
coming around his head, you know, because it was quick, boom, and gone with the heart in the end.
Maybe, but
I
don't know about
I
quick.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know anyone
Yeah.
that I can think of at the moment.
Who's a Michael?
I mean, I know a Michael.
But he's
No, my
Don't tell me anything. Is he alive or
dead.
okay? Yeah, no, I just gotta get the back off. Your grandfather's being funny because he said there was a shady side to him too, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to get too personal
Yeah.
with him, but does that make sense?
okay. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Shady who?
No, like there's some things on the side.
Like, yeah.
Who is
You
shady?
know?
I'm thinking maybe Grandpa Bob.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he still hasn't changed over there. Would be everything has not changed. I'm still the same, you know, and stuff like that. And I do see someone with cars over there tinkering with cars.
That would make sense for Grandpa.
That would be who?
That would make sense for Grandpa, for
Okay,
the
so
grandfather.
yeah,
Yeah.
That would make sense for both of both grandpas.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have maybe I have two grandfathers with me, so I got to ask one to back up. But that was he loved to fix things and tinker around with them. But I could never get everything done. Not all the time. It would not get done and stuff like that. So that would make a lot of sense.
That sounds like Grandpa Bob.
And he
Yeah.
used to tell the stories from when he was younger, if that would make sense. So thank you. And like I said, I get a lot of more of that personality. Sometimes it's not always the description with them.
Yeah.
But he's so funny about the height. I see an older cane with somebody. They had a cane in the very end too. It could be someone else. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
It's the old time because he's going like this with it. And if that makes sense,
Yeah.
because he was really funny. He said, "I did this a lot, you know, even though, but up in the throat area in the end, just before he got ready to pass away, it was very hard to. They all go back to their aches and pains. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he's coming in." And I'm going to start drawing on the paper. And that's what around you guys. But your grandfather is quite the hot ticket. You know, he said, "Oh, you don't have to be colorful with the words with me. It's okay." I said, "Okay, but I'm on the air again." So I can't be, but you would understand that, who,
Yes.
you know, who he is. And
Yes.
Yeah.
sometimes, and he's really funny about the, you know, and things like that. He just once in a while with the having a cocktail, you know what I'm talking about, and things like that. There is a baby over there that somebody had lost in a miscarriage, and the baby's with the grandmother, because I see the grandmother is there rocking the baby in the chair. I have to give that anyways,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not
Unless it's for your
certain.
mom, okay? So I
Yeah.
have to give that, you know, true. If Sue can understand that.
I know that
Yeah, she's shaking her
she
head.
lost the baby.
Who?
Yeah, I mean,
You lost the baby.
like
Yeah.
in
That's
the
the only baby I could think of.
yeah between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she didn't lose her baby. Okay,
Yeah.
and the baby's doing good over there, because she was wondering, you know, some things you just don't talk about.
Yeah.
So the baby's doing fine. The baby's with your grandmother. And your grandmother's funny because I'm cooking up a storm with Sunday dinners over here. If that would make sense, when she was younger, she had everybody, the family, like to have the family around with the, you know, with all your kids and everything like that. So this is starting to make sense now. And she's all smiles, you know, because you guys were her like everything. You know what I'm saying? And things. And I'm not praying for anybody anymore, but she used to pray on the side. You know what I'm talking about with the prayer books and all that stuff. And I'm seeing this book stacked up. So thank you for the cleanser, because that's a special piece of evidence. Your grandmother's coming in like this. She was beautiful when she was young. Absolutely beautiful. Loved to bake up. Loved to go out dancing. And that would make a lot of sense. And I'm feeling like, you know, the way they used to dance like that. And like somebody like to do ballroom dancing. If that makes sense.
Kind of.
I'm so glad, thank you. And that to me is another piece of evidence, because she's doing the ballroom dance again.
Okay.
Because she can move around a lot better.
Okay.
And like I said, she's all dressed up for you today. And I loved her eyes. Like they were big, they were beautiful. You know, because I see some family resemblance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know who it is now, right?
I have an idea. I'm not sure though.
But you know, but the grandma, the one that's coming in that you were understanding, she's all happy about being out dancing again and stuff like that. So I'm glad you understand who this grandmother is. So that's really good. You know, sometimes when there's a bunch of people, they all come in like that, all jumbly at once. So that's what I have to. You always hear me and people at home watching my YouTube videos, if they're watching the show. Back off. You have to back off so you don't talk each other, because they have a lot to say too. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really funny. But she's all around, and you were wondering about her. And I'm seeing somebody at the beach today. If the beach would make sense. Or outside in nature, you know, and stuff like that. I'm just giving that to you out anyway, so you might have to ask your mom afterwards, okay? And she said, I'm dancing up a storm out here. And sometimes I'm just glad that, like, I can do things again and have my beautiful figure, beautiful thick hair. You know what I'm talking about.
I might.
Yeah, but one of them did have short hair.
Yes.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad. And she's around you too. You know, and I'm glad the one with the ballroom dancing was making sense too, that was coming through. I know it's a common name, but I have to give it anyways. I'm Mary.
Mary?
I'm feeling a Mary, not the grandmother's, but I'm feeling a Mary that's over there. Or Mary Ellen or something like that. I have to give that to you.
Yeah,
okay,
I
so
don't
if
think
anybody
I know a
understands
Mary.
at home,
No,
you know, call the station up and let me know. And your grandmothers are all around you. And your grandfather's just so funny. He's not listening.
Yeah.
He wouldn't listen to them when he was here either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing the same thing, because this interpretation, it's like hearing aids. He would tone them out. So it was, you know what I'm saying? So that I'm glad that's making sense. And somebody had false teeth, and that they're happy that they're, Does that make sense?
Yes.
He said, I used to leave my teeth and have to find them too, and that makes a lot of sense too. And that's, to me, is another special piece of evidence with your grandparents. So I'm glad they're all around you. They're all coming through. The other young man that come in is suicide. He's just not coming in very clear, but he's also private. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So he's also breathing a lot easier too. So that would make sense too, and stuff like that. I'm getting to go with the names again, because I have a Margaret that's around. Not your grandparents, but I have a Margaret that's around in spirit.
I don't know a Margaret. I was going to say, I know that's my mother's middle name, but I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, if it could have come from somebody in the family that's just passed away. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to have to do some homework herself. So it could be like a middle name or a confirmation name or something like that. That's there. I am going to get going with the drawing. And I'm like sitting there going, this is who's around you. I'm going to draw this lady. She's a sweet little old lady that I don't know how good she's coming through, but she's a sketch artist. I don't know if you guys, you know, I'm glad you understood the people that came in, though.
Some of them,
Yeah.
I think.
So that's good, but you understood this person that committed suicide.
I think I might know who it is, but I don't.
I'm not certain. There's someone who I think it might be, but we don't know if his death was a suicide or not. So that's the issue.
But there was a note, though.
Oh, see, that's not then.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
it's
no.
who you're thinking
I
of.
don't know, but so when you ask me if I knew a Michael, I know Michaels that are alive and dead.
Yeah. No,
And
no, no,
they-
no. But I'm glad the other suicide did make sense. Because
Yeah.
he had, like I said in the beginning, there were
The
two of
two.
them around you and stuff like that. But your grandparents are around you. And I know you guys wanted to hear from your grandparents, so which is wonderful. So thank you for sharing them with me and stuff like that. So gotta get going. And they're fine over there. They're all fine. They're all together having one, trying to get along at a family reunion, which would make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you understood who the first suicide was.
Yeah,
I think one of them is Steven's cousin.
I could be. I don't
think it's
know his
Steven's
family
cousin.
as well.
I never met him, but
But
You knew of him.
yes,
yeah,
and-
because it's
Yeah.
Steve's her boyfriend.
yeah.
That could happen too with when you get older, you have, of course, the saggier eyes and everything. Try to get my hair to keep still. I don't know if you guys have any questions.
So do you hear people like right now? Are there people around right now?
Yeah, there are people around, and I'm just saying. There isn't the females around. She's still the one that was doing the ballroom dancing, and I'm glad you guys understood her because she's still around you. Letting you know she's not, she's feeling really good now and stuff like that. So,
Is there a younger female at all?
huh?
Is there a younger female
I
at all?
don't tell me anything. See, there he goes at the beginning of the show, giving me information.
I just
But I do have a younger female that is around. Hair comes down to here,
okay.
and she died young.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see if at one time she had hair short, like better longer hair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Long down this way. And you guys miss her terribly. You gotta tell me though if you
Yes,
understand, because then I
yes,
get
I
totally
do.
lost. And she was gifted. I have to give the gifts with something with creativeness or something like that. So if you understand, you gotta let me know and stuff like that. But she's around you too, but she was kind of like private too, so that's why she's coming in like this with her energy, if that part of it's making sense. I'm gonna go with this. I'm getting log here.
Yeah.
Very log here. I'm going like that. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Not sure.
But again, it's gotta start to change. I gotta go this way and do what I was doing. But yeah, she was sick.
Okay.
She was very sick, and the young woman that was. I don't know why it's coming in like this for you guys. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the young woman that came in her death was somebody that passed away suddenly.
Yes.
So that would you got to tell me if you understand
I
that.
do
It came
understand
like
that.
a shock to people when she
Yep.
passed away.
Yep.
It just happened. It was one of those things you would understand because she's getting very personal that way with me and things like that. She liked to help people out when she was here because she was very kind and caring and loved nature. And I had to give that to you and things like that. And she was such a care-loving, carefree type of person. And I'm glad you're understanding who this is. And I'm going to get going with this lady too. But she's fine. And she's saying, I surprised everybody when I passed away because it came so unexpected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also feel somebody around you guys too. And if you don't understand, I'm going to give it to everybody at home. There was somebody who was in the wrong place at the wrong time when they had passed away.
Okay.
Do you understand who this is?
Possibly. It could, yeah, I think we're both thinking the same person.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It could.
They're fine. They would try to help somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and that would make sense too. And it, coming in like this, because like you guys have a bunch of people, so they all kind of want to out-talk each other.
We have a bunch of people around
Yeah,
us.
that's
Yeah.
We
awesome.
do.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
But you just wanted to know if she was fine. I'm
Yes.
fine. My death was not in vain, and that would make sense. With her, no, the one that passed quickly, like it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it was okay if I passed away. You know what I'm saying? So that would make sense with her. But she's not coming in clear. But I don't like you guys to give me any information
Yeah.
either. So that's why I don't, like to go looking for the fluff and all that stuff. But I'm glad she did make sense.
Mhm.
And her message to you is, you just needed to know that I was okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not alone over here, which was, you were wondering if she was alone. And somebody said, well, they won't admit it to you, but you were wondering if she's okay. And she's fine. It just happened so fast.
Yeah.
So is there always a lot of people around?
That's who I basically have around you guys and stuff like that. So, they all came in jumbly like that just because they're like, it's kind of like scattered energy too. That would make sense a little bit too. I do have an uncle that's over there. Do you have an uncle on the other side in spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, both of us do.
Yeah, but he was already one of the other spirits, I
Uh-huh.
thought, at least.
We both have uncles.
Yeah, we
over
both
there.
have uncles over there.
Yeah, because there's one uncle that's coming in. He's just average height, built really good. You know what I'm saying? When he was younger and everything like that. And I still feel heart attack with someone. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give that to you.
Yeah,
I have a heart attack with someone, but not an uncle.
They're not an uncle, okay.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who had a heart attack.
Yeah. But I got, who I got, because, what I'm saying, your grandmother said they do miss me and stuff like that. And that, that's who I got, that's around you. So I'm glad some of it made sense.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to, think about, like I said. And sometimes it could be a little validation. I like the one that came in with the ballroom dancing. I love to dance and stuff like that. And uncle that I don't know if you guys have any questions or but
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just more eager to hear
I
what
know.
yeah.
around
say,
us.
I know.
And then with the Halloween, I wanted to share something very briefly with you because I don't get into the history. If you wonder how spirit communication started, it actually started in America with the Fox sisters. And they would hear rappings on the ceiling. So they said something like that with the rappings. And what they did was they wanted to say, gee, I wonder if we can communicate with who's ever trying to communicate with them. So what they started doing was clapping with their hands. Every curl had to be perfect. So that's why it's like that. Her hair's going up. So that's how spirit communication began because they took it over to England too. And what had happened was when they started communicating with them, that's how they did. They would go like this, one or two, I think it's three of rappings if they would answer back.
Wow,
So
that's cool.
with the curls, that's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is what I call a quick sketch, so it's
Yeah.
interpretation. but that's who's around you.
Yeah.
And your grandfather, and the guy that was fixing the cars, he's so happy he can get things fixed and done now. So that
Yeah.
was really funny
That makes sense.
that he could do that.
Was there anything else any of them said?
Yeah, any other messages for
Yeah.
us?
The messages are they're around you, and you know everything is going to work out fine. If that's making sense with the message, everything is going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially the grandfather, because he's telling me to tell you that. And the one that committed suicide, that it did make sense. He said, just stay strong, and that would make sense too. But everything is going to be fine. She's being picky about her eyebrows with me. This is who I have so far. I don't know if you guys can understand who it is.
I'm not certain.
No, I'm not sure.
If anybody at home or anybody can understand.
No, I don't know if they can. Oh, they can see it.
Adam, if you could do a close-up. Okay.
Is she heavier set?
Huh?
Is she heavier set?
That's what I'm trying to go like this with the face part, if that makes sense
Yeah,
to you.
Then yeah, that might make sense.
Okay.
With curls.
Okay.
I'm not good at the double chin thingies.
Okay. That might
Oh.
be somebody. That might
Yeah.
be someone.
Because I'm going wide with the cheeks, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying, with the
that might be
puffiness with
someone.
that.
wait.
Yeah, that
I
might.
think I know. Are we thinking the same person?
I don't know.
But she's not family.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then we're thinking the same person. Because that would make sense.
Make her eyes out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I know who this is now.
And somebody said to me, one of the females, my mouth is not dry anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that might.
So, this woman who you're drawing now, how did she pass?
She's
Was
not
she-
telling me. She just wants to be recognized.
Okay, yeah.
Is she saying anything?
She's saying, go out and enjoy the good weather. This heavyset lady like to enjoy being outside and at the beach and everything. I keep going back to the beach with somebody that's over on the other side. And not your mom, but somebody that was very crafty. So you might have, does that make sense?
I don't know
You might
about
have
that.
to-
I
The
don't know.
picture looks like someone.
Someone,
Almost, but
yeah,
I
someone
mean,
we both know. Who,
This is just the heavy part of her with the heaviness, because I'm not used to it. That's why I was going like that earlier with the drawing.
yeah.
I mean, it does look like it could be someone.
Yeah,
Is there? I don't know what.
because I'm thinking
I know.
Maria,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's who you're
I'm
thinking,
thinking
right?
someone. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if
well,
she's
then-
saying
Okay,
anything
because
else
you have
to
to
you
go
to
home.
give you.
Sometimes you have to go home and look. And
Yeah.
I mean, it could. It could be.
You're thinking Maria too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's who I was thinking of.
I thought Maria when I saw
Yeah,
the picture.
Maria.
oh, don't tell me anything.
Okay.
That's why the M's were coming like that earlier.
yeah, that makes sense.
She didn't have big lips.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very good at the lip thing. I say that in every show.
Lips are
I'm not good
hard.
at drawing at all.
Yeah, well, somebody shook one of the grandmothers. I don't know if one just at the very end when she got ready to pass away, because somebody's shaking.
Somebody's shaking.
That's on the other side in spirit.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not
I'm
sure.
not sure, yeah.
But basically, if you young man wanted to let you know that I am okay over here, even if you don't know, you know who it is, but you don't understand it because you didn't know of it, but you've heard of him.
Okay.
So that makes more sense now because he's coming a lot clearer.
Okay.
Oh, your grandmother's keeping everybody in line over there, by the way. That would make a lot of sense too, because you do that when
Oh, yeah.
you would understand that, right?
Yeah.
And I can eat stuff now because I don't have to worry about my diet like a lot of them say when they get older. So, This is where I miss my easel.
Yeah.
And one of the grandmothers enjoyed good ice cream. That would, there's some, because I see ice cream, you gotta find out, or ask your mom, because she might know.
Yeah.
But you guys do have a bunch of people. There are signs when you've experienced some signs with, somebody saw blinking lights. The blinking lights can be a sign from the other side that they're around. One of the symbols, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be at home sitting down and you might smell an aura.
Oh, I saw blinking lights yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
I saw blinking lights last night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's them letting you know we're around. And it could be a favorite scent of theirs, too. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Does that
maybe,
make sense?
Yes, maybe.
And they were around, and I know you guys were looking for certain people to come in, but I don't know who I'm gonna get, and I don't like to be phony with anything
No,
either.
I
you know?
like to, I want to hear whoever it is.
Yeah.
Like I said to you, this is a quick sketch, so
It does look like Maria's go.
Yeah, it looks like it could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely looks like it could be.
that's good to know, because I'm gonna give you the drawing, so when we're done. I don't know. I do thumbs up with you. But like I said, this is called a quick sketch. I have somebody else that's around you guys that passed when they were in their 40s.
In the 40s.
Yes.
Okay.
A male.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
and stuff like, and I'd like sitting there going,
Mom, I think I know who this is, and the fact that you're shaking your head is confusing me. Because this is someone you should know.
does she know?
She's shaking her head, but I think she should know who this is.
What was the last name?
He died in his 40s,
But yeah, is that
and I think Mom should know this.
okay? Yeah, there could be, but I don't know what was.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I want to hear more about him.
Okay, yeah. He is the average guy.
Okay.
Okay, this is like, and they do this with me. And he was sick. He was sick, very sick, and things like that. You would understand that from him.
Yes.
Yes.
Lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Lost weight.
I think so.
At the very end,
Okay.
when he died, because he was very sick and he wasn't eating very good.
Mm-hmm.
And that, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. He was a free-spirited type of guy. And if that would make sense, because I'm going slow like this to let you know, because he's not showing description, but he's telling me about, you know, how he was. And I'm not sick anymore. I'm not in any more pain. And it was very difficult for me to do things like the way I used to do. You can understand this, Brendan, because you seem like you understand it.
Yes.
So thank you. Because he's like all around you. I keep getting loud music around you guys.
Okay.
With somebody that's over there on the other side, okay, that's, being loud with music, but love this music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But the other man, I'm not sick anymore. He's outside. You know what I'm saying? He'd like to be outside when he could go outside.
Mhm.
I just couldn't fight the fight anymore. And that would make sense.
Yeah.
And he died with dignity. And you need to hear that was from him.
Thank you. Does he have any other messages?
Their messages are, you got to use your God-given talents, both of you, because you're gifted too with stuff. And I'm getting that, but you're very
Thank
private.
Thank you.
That would make sense, though.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I know you have to hear that especially, but your message from him, I'm glad it makes sense and stuff like that. You got to not worry about everybody else.
Yes.
Thank you.
That
And
made
stuff
sense.
like that. And you gotta take care of you first, and be family, of course. You know where I'm
Yes,
talking. You know where
yes.
I'm going, because this is the message from the man that was I was sick, and I
Yes.
just was like, but before I was handsome, I was very good looking, and things like that, and that would make sense too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is who I think it is. I actually don't know what he looks like.
I know.
This is
it could
someone
be-
who-
it
I
could
feel
be.
the darker brown hair.
I have to look over it.
I don't think we ever
Yes,
met him.
we never
met
met
him.
We never met this person personally, but we knew of him
Okay.
for a very
Your
long
mom-
time.
Did your mom know him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
He's telling you, I'm giving your mom a message. Sue's over there in the car, but I have to give the message because stop listening to everybody else. That would make a lot of sense to you. And just do what you want to do. But you needed to hear this. He's saying, my love did not die when I passed away. If that's making sense to
Yes.
her, and I have been around, and he's saying that to you too. And he can't stop smiling either. And that would, he is saying, I just couldn't be in any more pain.
That would be cool.
And it was good looking before he got sick. 'Cause that's how they'll come in with me, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's the scriptures there, but it's coming in bits and pieces. I loved his eyes. They were nice and wide, very beautiful, and he was good looking. And the music, they're playing lots of music around you guys. You know what I'm saying?
What type of music?
But I'm gonna pay attention to his message this time. Yeah. He's telling me to tell you that. And I'm glad I can walk again. Because in the very end, he couldn't, because of his sickness, he just couldn't get around the way he used to get around when he was here.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I appreciate that too, by the way. Because they all come in like that. Because you guys, you have a lot of people, so they come in.
Yeah.
That's why they're coming in bits and pieces. Because they all, especially your grandfathers are funny though. Especially the one that likes to tune the other women out. Because when they get talking, it's like, oh, he used to go like this. I'm gonna let them talk amongst themselves, and he would leave them alone, to chatter and gossip and do whatever. And I'm glad that's making sense.
Yeah.
But you needed to hear that, Sue. Stop listening to everybody's crap, okay? And things like that. And she misses him.
Yeah.
I need to see if she's shaking her head. Yes.
Are you? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But your grandfather, I like that energy. Because, sometimes, and the older ones are funny because sometimes what the older ones do, and I always say this in every show too, they love coming in younger, because that's when we were at our best, And the other grandfather's funny because I love how he's going like this with the cane. You know what I'm saying? So it's really kind of ironic how, and sometimes spirit will only give what you guys can handle too.
Yeah.
So that's why it all came in like that. But they're all around you. There's another message for you, Sue. Celebrate life, because life itself is a gift, if that's making sense to her. And don't dwell on the past. The past is the past, and to move forward and do what you want. And go for it. And that's the message. And there is a couple more messages for you. You're very kind and everything like that. So they're just saying when you're outside in nature and everything, because you go for walks, they're gonna be walking with you. But you feel them though too. You feel them around.
Yes.
And look for blinking lights because that's gonna happen maybe within the next week and stuff like that. And one of the grandmothers is out trick or treating. And that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Not with you guys, but with that generation. You know what I'm saying? So that would make sense because she loved the holidays. Okay. But when you go outside, her message to you is, we're all around you, and we're sending eternal love from the other side. And that's who's coming through with the teeth. That was really funny, and I'm thanking them for that special piece of evidence. They're not sore anymore, and I don't have to wear them anymore. So you had to hear that. And there is a baby over there that somebody had lost. Because they're funny, the spirit can get very stubborn with me.
Is there anything else they're saying or doing?
I'm not very good at the deck thing, so I gotta go in a little bit more. And the message to both of you is if people don't like it, too bad. You know, you got to be yourselves, and you know, you're telling me you got a shoulders on your heads. You know, until you're level-headed. You know, people might not think, oh, but you know a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Than what people. That's your messages from your grandmothers. The grandmothers that are deceased, not the one that's still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, and your grandmother?
Yeah.
There's her husband over there.
Okay.
Yeah, and she still misses him very much. I had to give that. If you don't understand that, I need to give.
No, why?
Still
Grand-
misses her husband very much.
Yeah.
A grandmother, no.
But there's a father figure over there for her that she does miss very much, and she would not say because she's old school. But I have to give that to you.
Okay. Not sure.
But that's the messages too.
Yeah, that
And
still
it
looks.
know who it is?
does look.
Yeah,
it's
like
looking
Maria.
like- yeah.
And this is my gift to you.
Thank
And I'm
you.
going to write some of the messages down. Yay! They know who it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Very
It's,
cool.
this is my gift to both of you.
Thank
you.
you.
You guys can see who wants to hear our share. But that's who I have, and that's who's around.
Thank you.
The other guy that came through the other day, because Brendan was with me before, he will come back because he did have a lot to say and things like that. And, you know, he's responsible for himself. And I did send him on the text message, but it was a different kind of text message too. But you needed to hear that for yourself. Stop fretting over how he did, but you know that would make sense.
Yes.
He's around you like all the time, all the time. But you used to go see him, you know, when you could see him,
Yes.
but when you could see him. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
when you're out in nature, they're all going to be around you. That's the message to you. And I'm so happy about you guys understanding the validation with the drawing. So,
What music were you hearing?
huh?
What music were you hearing? You said you heard.
I was hearing rock music.
Rock music. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but don't give me any information. But it was rock, but it was some soft music too,
Okay.
you know, and stuff like that. And I am seeing a guitar
Okay.
with the guitar with
That makes
one-
sense.
That makes sense
Okay.
with one of them. Okay,
makes
I'm
sense,
glad that
okay.
makes sense. And I'm seeing the older ones. You know, not that, but it's how they're interpreting it would be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're pretty good at it too, you know, and stuff like that. So I had to give that. So I'm glad. I'm thanking him for the clutcher too. So
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
that's you're welcome. I'm gonna put my name at the bottom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With Halloween coming up, I do want to remind you guys: if you have one too many drinks, please give your keys to a friend. And if you have, because if you give it to a friend before you hurt someone else, or you could hurt yourself in the process while out partying and everything, because it's a big party weekend coming up,
Yeah.
Yes.
please don't drink and drive, and give your keys to a friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? Our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away. And that's why when I do my show, you guys will hear me back off, because energies will come in, and then you really have to listen. It's a lot of information.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that when they get going, I mean, our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away, and you know, lots of love and light. And the other thing, the message is to be kind to each other, because life itself is a gift, and you don't know when you're gonna get cheated out of life. Sometimes things happen, unfortunately, where things happen. So please appreciate each other and appreciate the loved ones that are around you. And thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
You for having
Yes.
us. Thank you.
This is awesome.
This is great.
Yeah.